Are we on? Hold on. I'm on spaces. Let me start the spaces. Always mutes me in the beginning. Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the program. It is indeed Sunday morning, so we're on schedule as per usual, which I think is fantastic. We're having a good time. Oh, look, Lou is in spaces. Hello, Lou. I like to say Lewis. Phonetically, I like to say Lewis. Because you still get the Lou, and the it's part is nice, and I enjoy it. Hello to everyone in spaces. Hello to everyone in the chat on YouTube. The chat, as you may notice, says subscribers only. That's not members only. It's not channel members, so you don't have to pay to chat. You just hit subscribe, which you should all be capable. And really, if you're chatting and watching my stuff and you're not subscribed, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. That's really all I need. You click one red button. It's a red button. That color is made for you to click. That's how simple it is. Otherwise, it feels like you're kind of pirating. I mean, I'm not asking for money, just a little support. You hit the button. That's it. Incidentally, if you're listening in spaces and not following me, I also think you're a piece of shit, likely for the same reasons. Show a little support. And if we can get to 10,000 subscribers at some juncture, 80 years from now, I'll be able to do charity streams, and maybe we could watch the B. Arthur special and donate to the B. Arthur Fund. I think that would be a really apropos idea. Sean Flagstaff is here. Oh, yeah, let's look at the underwear, by the way. That would be a good idea. This is a mahogany, which is an offshoot of maroon, but there's a tinge of brown in it. And they have little letters here and little stripes. They call it mahogany, and so do I. I like to feel like I'm wearing wood on wood. Sean is here. Hello. Positively, E used the Hulk Hogan emoji for no reason. Missy said, good morning, not a cult members. Neil said, I must be wearing my smart business pants. I got dumb business pants, too, and there's no ass. It's just a giant hole. Nell said, morning, Missy. I have my bracelet on, so I've remembered to overthink. Missy, so sweet, made quote-unquote not a cult member bracelets that say, what would RJ City do? And the answer is, think about everything and then do nothing. Because never stop thinking about it. Brett says, good morning, RJ and friends. Sink said, morning, all. I've missed the last couple weeks, so I'm looking forward to the program. We've really missed nothing. Sean said, we should really have cult jackets. If you want some merchandise, prowrestlingtees.com/RJCity and teesprings.com/stores/RJCity. Spot Center said, I'm wearing my French press slam pants with if you ain't sweating, you ain't repping. I don't know what what are you representing? The Meat Sweat Society? Brett Toby joined Citizens United. Thank you. And enjoy the badge and the emojis. Look you're doing it already. There's two of me and there's one of the David Arquette emoji, who I assume is maybe sleeping. His schedule is just so erratic. Never erotic, always erratic. Welcome. Queen is here. She said, good morning, everyone. And speaking of Queen of the Ring, who you can watch on her Church of Joshi and watching Tough Enough and things of that nature, I was sent this wonderful card, the thank you card from her and Kayla, who I guess didn't write. Whose handwriting is this? I assume it's you, Queen. Kayla didn't. I know her penmanship, pen personship. Thanks for supporting. Always a pleasure to press my coffee with you, Alex, and Kayla. And Kayla, of course, she never presses with me. And there's a wonderful pin, and this is Queen's sticker with Queen's face. Isn't that nice? And you could get those at the appropriate outlets that I should have remembered. More pins, more logos. There's a shiny logo one. And then they gave me a nice mug that says Church of Joshi, and I will be using it today. The coffee I'm drinking right now is like my pre-coffee coffee. It's the warm-up coffee. So thank you to your church. My donation to your church. Ariel said, good morning. Austin said, good morning, everyone. This is a great way to start off my birthday. It is. But is it your birthday? I have no way of telling, so I can't really say anything right now. Heels and Quad said, good morning. All Ty said, good morning. How are you doing today? You look well. I'm doing okay. we're hanging in. I believe last week was my brother's wedding. Holy shit, feels like a month ago. I'm feeling better I'm feeling like an adult, more mature. I might even wear my suit again. Who knows? And then wrestling promoters will be forced to give me a belt. There is one wrestler who I won't even name, always had a suit on the indie shows. And old guys would point him out and say, see this guy? He's wearing a suit. He respects the business. Always had a suit. 3-piece, like a vest, the whole thing. And it turns out that guy worked at a suit store. So he got the suits. He had to wear the suits. And he would come from work and he'd basically be in his work outfit. It'd be like if I worked at, Best Buy and I showed up to an indie show wearing the blue polo and khaki pants. You're not going to say this guy respects the business. If you work at a suit store and you want to be respected in wrestling, you have to wear a different suit than what you wear to work in. These are my rules. Neil said, I love being in Spaces and here as I can still hear you as I watch the ads. There's no ads on Spaces yet. But they keep threatening like, oh, we're going to monetize and there's going to be tickets for Spaces. Who the fuck is going to pay to listen to this shit? That's what I want to know. You going to pay, what, $20 to listen to fucking Jack from Twitter? Breathe? Let's talk about the things we're working on. How about, I'm already on your platform. How about you just tweet it? Shit. Susie said, good morning. RJ, how are you? I think I've explained that. Positively, he said, blood. The Rose Racer, Brian Odell, said, hey, guys, what's up? Everyone's saying good morning, good morning, good morning. Queen loves the color. Thank you. Sean said they're actually quite nice. Sean said, Wood on Wood was my favorite of Dylan's albums. And he's wearing mahogany underwear. I thought it was going to be Bob Dylan. That was a baseball commentator. Lamb. Who is that? Is that Bobcat Goldthwait, the baseball commentator? One part Bobcat, one part baseball commentator, I think will give you near Dylan. Queen said, I purchased a MILF frothier. That's not how you spell frother. So we're getting fancy today. I hate milk and I have no expertise to impart on you. So good luck with it all. That's all I have to say. I'm strictly in the coffee business. Anything else, this is like the garbage wrestling to me. This is just too gimmicky. SM loves the bracelets. Brett Toby said it's a game changer. The milk frother is a game changer. I'm not playing that game. Nail said it would be fun to wear a cult jacket. Sean said always erratic, sometimes erotic, never erect. But David has tremendous calves. David Arquette's calves are so thick. Tweet him and say, show us your calves. And he probably will. Queen said, it's my awful writing, yes. Oh, it's not out yet. The merch is coming soon. Okay, this is a preview merch. This was like a gift basket to, I guess, promote. I'm an influencer now. So that, if you like that merch, hang tight. Nails is keeping an eye out. Nails said, a pin. I want a Queen pin. They're for sale. No, they're not. Okay, so hang out. They're working on the shop now. Everyone hang tight. I'll post the pertinent links when it's out. Brett Toby has a scene request. Ooh, a goldenrod scene request. After a wild night on the Princess Bride set, Wallace Shawn tries to weasel his way out of the no DQ cage match with Andre the Giant he drunkenly agreed to the night before. Okay, Jesus. Here's the scene. Wallace Shawn and Andre the Giant. Now, Andre, you're telling me that we're in a match with no disqualifications. But yes, that is correct. Exactly what I thought. So what if I was to disqualify the no disqualifications? I don't see how you see what I'm saying? What if we disqualify that? Are we qualified to disqualify? Well, I guess there's no referee. My point exactly. There is no referee. So who is doing the qualifying and the disqualifying? If we're not qualified, how can we be disqualified? And as far as I'm concerned, the match has been taking place the entire evening or not at all. Well, that's a very good point. Do you have a bathtub? No, I do not. I'm not letting you in my hotel room again. So my thoughts, in summation, would be that neither of us are qualified to qualify or to be disqualified. But if we're not qualified, weren't we be disqualified? No, because we were never qualified to begin with. Thank you for this dinner, Andre. Whew. I'm covered in sweat, and that's what happens when I do an impression for the first time. Not a bad Wallace Shawn taking a stab there, I don't think. Queen said RJ got the exclusive. Yes, I fucking did. And I'm gonna stick it to my chest. Susie said, do you have a different coffee for different times of day? Sometimes in the afternoon I will have an espresso. Obviously cold brew in the morning because it's been sitting out the day before. So after that, I would have to either go somewhere to get a coffee. Sometimes I'll make an espresso over ice because it can get very hot. Queen said you can work at Foot Locker and show up as the referee. You know how many referees will just be like, I don't have a shirt. And I'm like, what the? It's like a shirt and a watch. And most of the time they never have watches. I've seated you on the watch, sir. Please wear the shirt. Jonathan Santos, who we talked to last week in Spaces. Good morning, everyone. Getting a workout in by watching everyone's favorite rock on tour. Yes, the wonderful Tennessee Williams. Sean said, to be honest, I'd watch a match that featured a guy in his Best Buy outfit. Positively E said, the Best Buy guy sounds like an indie gimmick because he's a good seller. See, you thought it was stupid, and now I added to it, and you all went, there's something there. SM said, have you tried the Coffee Cult Dark Roast yet? Yeah, I had it when we did it. Were you not there? I did. It was lovely. And I still think some is mixed because sometimes I get coffees from other places. But I did have that when I had it, or maybe the week after. And then what happens is I will just mix them. And it becomes these wonderful accents. And sometimes I'll go, which I think is what I have today. Missy said, everyone is so welcome for their bracelets. I'm glad they make you happy. Kingdom is here. Everyone's favorite kingdom is here. Sean said, oh, Lord. Did I go? Spot Center. Nicholas said, good morning, all. Jason Andrews said, the frothier, the better. Sean said, Harry Carey brings it all home. Queen said, I'm making breakfast while I type. The autocorrect failed me. You're doing fine. Austin said, it is definitely my birthday, and I'm wishing for a great day. Wishing and hoping and dreaming and praying. And the happiest of birthdays. May you flourish today just as much as you did the day you were born. Oh, Queen said, the Joshi mug. The Joshi mug is available on our Redbubble store. Check out Church of Joshi. Queen merch coming soon. Okay, we're all cleared up now. So get the mug. Go click on Queen's shit and just subscribe in Church of Joshi, and you'll all be fine. Reng said, do you think Lana Del Rey is cool? How cool is she? Not as cool as the Del Rubio triplets. The Del Rubio triplets were three sisters older, and they would sing like kitschy guitar covers of a variety of songs. Then Pee Wee Herman often used them on his show, and I posted about them the other day, and this guy contacted me on Facebook. His name is Peter, and I think the name of his show is like Late Night with Mr. Pete, and it was a LA cable access show, but he had everyone on, and he sent me these links, and I'm very excited to go through them all. You meet good people when you do weird stuff. Nell said, how did he think of an excuse so quickly? I've gotten out of many matches before. Brett said, that was the best Wallace Shawn I've seen all day. And it's only 9:43, so there's so many more possible opportunities to hear a Wallace Shawn impression. Mia has a request. Sing the DuckTales theme in a lounge singer style. DuckTales theme lyrics. All right, here we go. Is this DuckTales theme song lyrics? Here we go. There's a Disney afternoon version. There's an extended version. Let me do the original. This is the original What? Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes. It's a duck blur I can't see. Might solve a mystery where who or rewrite history in your DuckTales. Woo! Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Tales of daring do, bad and good. Luck tales. Woo! Da-da-da. Danger lurks behind you. There's a stranger out to find you. What to do? Just grab onto some DuckTales. Woo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Tales of daring do, bad and good. Luck tales. Do-do-do. Woo-woo-woo-woo-woo. Not ponytails or cottontails or tuxedo tails. No, babe. It's DuckTales. Woo. That was a lounge singer version of the theme from DuckTales, per request by a very specific person, I'll say. Let's see who else is here. Rob in New York said, "Feel special. You're my first ever YouTube subscription." Well, now all my videos will be the only thing that's ever recommended to you, Rob. So enjoy. I'm sure you've never seen them before. Spot Center said, "There's a fan in Pittsburgh that puts on a ref shirt as the show begins. He sits in the front row, and for years, he's never been needed. But one day, he may get the call, and he's going to be ready." And ironically, he would probably be a better ref cold in his debut than most refs on the indies. I don't mean to shit on them collectively, but like, wear a watch, fellas. Dana Gosalves said, "Hello, happy end of this summer. Don't you start that fucking shit with me. We have until like September 21st. Okay? You calm the fuck down. It is going to be hot and it is going to be sunny for most of the next month. And we're not even at Labor Day yet. There's no telethon. There's no You'll Never Walk Alone yet. So calm down. Don't give me seasonal anxiety." Kingdom said, "Thanks for the hello, RJ. Exactly as enthusiastic as when we are in person." Kingdom and I have been a part of multiple projects that we've enjoyed doing and then have never been seen. So every time I see him, I just go, this will never be seen. Singh said, "I think I've heard the Del Rubio Tributes cover of Whip It. They did do a cover of Whip It, and I think they did some Doors and some Rolling Stones. And of course, they did These Boots Are Made for Walking, because I think they wore white boots." Panda's grandma said, "Did someone say DuckTales?" Well, yeah, I did. Sean said, "It's a regular old duck blur, which you would have to put over a duck if you ever saw a duck's penis." I know I've talked about this many, many times before. And to those of you in spaces who've never heard about this, if you want your mind blown, Google a duck's penis. You had no idea that this shape could be for genitalia, as Steve Harvey once heard. You would never. It's just mind-blowing. It'll shake you to your core. Nail said, "Did you watch Empower last night?" Yes, I did. Did you see the Mildred Burke belt? I did, and it was very emotional because we used to date. If you didn't, I can find you a pic or a clip after this. I should have done commentary on that show. I got to be honest. Sometimes I'm just like, I should have done that. If anyone knows, obscure older references, it is me. And I can get them out in a relatively timely fashion. I was happy to see Thunder Kitty on the show. I love me some good old-fashioned Thunder Kitty. And I was also bemused to see Chelsea Green win the cup, because every time I say to her, "Hey, you owe me $10 from like 4 years ago," she's like, "I don't have a job." She seems to have now multiple jobs. "Oh, I've got this podcast. Oh, PBR. Who wants to be shot with my beer water gun?" And then she's in almost every promotion that ever existed. Can't pony up the $10. So I may have to go push aside Michael Stipe and get it myself. Neil said, "DuckTales, clearly one of his favorites. That's for sure." Queen said the chat has to sing "Oh Woo." Well, it's too late now. Ref as Wizard says happy Sunday. Aaron found a duck emoji for some. Is there no duck penis emoji? Maybe there's a wine cork unscrewer thing, uncorker. There's got to be a better name for that Swiss Army knife, but just for wine. I love that thing. Look at all the things it can do, but just for wine. Nothing else. No scissors, no nothing. SM wants a dramatic reading of the other Mr. Rogers song, It's Such a Good Feeling, which is so funny because I was singing it yesterday and I know all the words, so I don't even have to look it up. Kingdom said, fuck summer, bring on the snow. He's a hot under the collar guy. Neil said Les Baxter would be proud of that version of DuckTales. What about Lou Brown? All right, here we go. Dramatic reading of Mr. Rogers, It's Such a Good Feeling. It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling you're growing inside. And when you wake up ready to say, I think I'll make it a snappy new day. It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling, a feeling you know that I'll be back when the day is new and I'll have more ideas for you. And I'll have more things that I want to talk about. You will too. And scene. Is it that short? It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling you're growing inside. And when you wake up ready to say, I think I'll make it a snappy new day. It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling, a feeling you know. This is like weird kind of Baltimore accent. I don't think it's in Baltimore. It's Pittsburgh. No, that I'll be back when the day is new, and I'll have more ideas for you, and I'll have more things that I want to talk about. You will too. Okay, and then the Mr. McFeely be like, I have a VHS about how crayons are made. You know, who ordered this? Sync, join Citizens United. Welcome, Sync. You have a duck profile picture. You must have seen the duck penis before, Sync. If I know anything about you, it's that you're a duck penis watcher, and I bless you. Blue Meanie is here, who just recently got back from Alaska, which seems fun. Yolanda is here, said good morning. Jason said, is it wintertime when we get RJ makes coffee in his footy pajamas? No, because I get hot regardless, but if I start making hot coffee, winter is upon us. I don't think I ever will, though. Neil said, Sync, welcome, never leave. Sync said, I've paid my not a cult union dues. Maureen said, good morning. Queen said, the show is great, but the commentary was abysmal. Yeah, what the fuck, Michael Stipe? I should be doing that commentary. I'll do it from here. I'll do it on Spaces. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll say, hey, Chelsea, toss me $10 and I'll do the commentary on Spaces. Yolanda said, get your money, boo-boo. Oh, is this like a Yogi Bear reference? Make sure you get your money. Ty said, I think she just didn't want to pay you the $10. Yeah, I think she's a scam artist Ponzi. Val said, corkscrew, wine key. The corkscrew, I feel like, is just the corkscrew part. I feel like that's one part of the Swiss Army knife. I feel like there could be a lot more there. I believe it is a wine key. I believe Val is correct. And oh my goodness, that brings me to my next gift. I got this belated birthday gift from Val Pancakes. It says happy birthday here. And it says, thank you for all your kind words. You've made the last year and a half much more enjoyable. As if, I just would have done nothing and let the pandemic ravage us all. And I have really could have done more for the A and the E there. It's not very clear. It looks like Moto. I have made real friends because of the community you created. I didn't really create it. It sort of grew as almost like a barnacle on the hull of what I do. Thank you, Val Pancakes. And then she put a sticker here, which is very sweet. And then a star in this corner. Oh, and then I see you turn it around and it says, remove the protective film from the pancake. And I got more, my pins runneth over, and so do my stickers. I got this stack with Val Pancakes, which I believe is her radio show, The Bald Monkeys. What is it? Here's the problem, Val. Val Pancakes, pancake branded. Very exciting. I love the logo. When I opened this, I fucking scratched it and smelled it because I thought it would smell like maple syrup. That's got to be possible. Something you should look into. I'm sure it's very expensive and the markup is not worth it for anyone to actually buy. But God, it would have been so good. And the pin. We got the pin here, which just also does not smell. And it says, oh, you'll never be able to see it. The stack. There we go. Let me blur myself. You have to do, I've been learning this. Oh no, the lighting. Is this better? Here we get, look, you get the fucking gist. It's the same as the sticker, but it's a pin. Can I take the protective plastic? I will break it if I do that right now, but this is delightful, Val. Thank you so much. I appreciate it as much as you know. Not more than you would know, but what you're thinking I appreciate it is the exact amount I'm appreciating it. Neil said, I forgot corkscrew. Panty's grandma says corkscrew. It's not a cork. It's more than a fucking corkscrew. Don't you understand? Not going to go through this all over again. Blue Meanie said, a spiral staircase. Duck dick. Duck, corkscrew penis. Joseph said, you always make me smile. That's a problem with you. Jade Chung, the host of See You Next Tuesday, and who's somehow been delivering hot wrestling scoops on her Twitch, said, more Broadway singing, please, or open your show with it. I actually do have a Broadway song that I sang in the car the beginning of this week, and I went, ooh, I should sing that on the show. So if anyone wants to hear it, let me know. Besides Jake. Sink said, I have a kookaburra profile picture, not a duck. Excuse me. It's because you're Australian, which makes sense. I worked with an Australian who was named Kook, but he had green hair, and I don't think they knew what a kookaburra looked like on Splatterlad either. What's a kookaburra penis look like? Can somebody do the research on that? And now I'm sure we've lost Sink as a member immediately. Nail said, Brett also joined before you started. Don't know if you started. I did. I said it already. Maybe you're late to the fucking party, Nails. You ever think about that? Positively E said, where else can you get Mr. Rogers and duck penis? Well, if you ever watched Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood After Dark, I'm sure he'd say, did you guys ever see a duck penis? It goes around and around and around. And then you hear, speedy delivery, Mr. Rogers. Speedy delivery, Mr. McFeely. I have that VHS of duck penises that you ordered. Oh, well, let's watch it. And then he would put the VHS, do you remember this? In a picture frame? At the bottom of it, he had a fucking VHS player, VCR built into his wall. And then you would see a duck penis with a hip jazz soundtrack. Val said, nah, Nails. Oh, God. Now there's two requests. One from Aaron and one from JD for the Broadway song. So I'll sing two. The custom-made man, Marcus Reiner says, how's the coffee? It's okay. This is my pre-coffee. It was a hot one. The cold brew will be better. Okay. Oh, sorry. Nail said, the Stack is a wonderful interview chat show on Twitch and YouTube. The Bald Monkeys channel. Check Val's Twitter. Also, please do that. That would be lovely. All right, here we go. Ooh, this is a good one. Oh, my mother was frightened by a shotgun, they say. That's why I'm such a wonderful shot. I'd be out in the cactus and I'd practice all day. And now tell me, what have I got? Dun, dun, dun. I'm quick on the trigger with targets not much bigger than a pinpoint. I'm number one. But my score with the fella is lower than a cellar. Oh, you can't get a man with a gun. And I chose a crystal. When I shoot a pistol, I sparkle like a crystal. Yes, I shine like the morning sun. but I lose all my luster when with a Bronco Buster. Oh, you can't get a man with a gun, with a gun, with a gun. No, you can't get a man with a gun. The girls with umbrellas are always out with fellas in the rain or the blazing sun. But they won't buy pajamas for pistol packing mamas. And a man may be hot, but he's not when he's shot. Oh, you can't get a man with a gun. Okay, there's one. That was Can't Get a Man with a Gun. So first time I heard this, Bernadette Peters, and of course a wonderful Ethel Merman. Okay, here's the other one. This one, that was for you, Aaron, who seems like a real Annie Oakley kind of gal. Roll up your sleeves and get to work. And this one is for JD. In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked at as something shocking. Now, heaven knows, anything goes. Good authors, too, who once knew better words, now only use four-letter words, writing prose. Anything goes. The world has gone mad today, and good's bad today, and black's white today, and day's night today, and most guys today that women prize today are just silly gigolos. And though I'm not a great romancer, I know you're bound to answer when I propose. Anything goes. There you go. You got fucking anything goes, and Annie, get your gun. I'm covered in sweat now. So everyone loves it. Big Merman fans here. Jade was very excited. Kingdom said, RJ is so salty this morning. Who whizzed in your French press? I did, and it's good for my skin. God. Marcus Ryan said, thanks for that important reply about the coffee. Blue Meanie said, I'd love to see RJ work with Aaron Stevens in the AWA. I wrestled him twice, and I'll wrestle him again. I'll probably do his routine better than him, and I'm sure it'll bother him a little bit, but that's the fun of it. And I am AWA for life, so there's got to be an invasion angle, meaning. Can you do log rolling in water? Asking for a lumberjack. Only in the toilet. Adam said, I love this so much. Maureen said, Annie, get your gun. Oh, everyone's happy. Voice of an angel. Jason, wow, guys, that was worth way more. She wants 5 more minutes. It's the only time anyone has chanted that for me. RJ H. Dale said 5 out of 5 corkscrew duck dicks. Queen of the Ring said bang, bang. Rachel said that was brilliant. Aaron said, had a cowboy emoji. Kingdom said, oh, wow, second song. JD said, I guess 10 years in theater means I did way more shows than I realized. Another one I did. Well, you have quite a resume. Queen said the dirt sheets say RJ's voice is a combination of Fergie and Jesus, and that's why they call me Feezus. Neil said, that's a secret and not aloe vera. Ty said, wait, you're a wrestler? Since when? I did some light chain in my basement yesterday. All right, let's talk to somebody. Val has a request here, and I'm going to accept Val's request. Did Val? Oh, no, Val didn't request. We got this young fella here named Joshua. I'm living a good life as a 16-year-old big wrestling fan. Let's take the risk, shall we? Let's talk to Joshua. Pray for us all. And I'm going to use the Joshi mug. It's connecting. Hello? Hello? He's on mute already. Josh? The guy put himself on mute. Hello? This is not going well. Joshua? I'm going to remove him. He had a good shot. And now he's been removed. I'm so sorry, Joshua. Let us request someone else here. I do want to talk to Radio Mukbang, who is also the person in this profile who has the kookaburra thing. I want to talk about Australia. I sent a request. Let's see if it works. Let's see if they pick up on it. This is a weird. Let me press. I was gonna pour it before I pressed it. I'm gonna give it a nice. There we go. That sounds lovely. Is this not working? I'm requesting invite to speak. I invited. It's not working. Who knows what that weird other guy would have done? That was a risk, and I was sweating. I like to take risks, and then we live and die by my mistakes. Okay, is that not working? Is it not? Does Funk as Puck want to speak? Does anyone look? If nobody wants to speak to me, I'll just talk to myself, and it's fucking fine. I'm not upset. But whatever. Hold on. Oh Lord. Okay, we're figuring this out now. Who's here? So, we do have more. Let's talk to Ty. Let's see, and we are connecting. Hello. Hello. Oh God, she's on mute. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Listening to
Well,
you.
yeah, I guess that's true. All right, everyone, this is Ty 5.
Hello.
Please say hello to everyone else besides me.
Oh, hello, everyone watching.
How's
everyone doing today?
Yeah, how is everyone doing today? How are you? You always seem to ask me how I'm doing. How are you?
I'm doing well. I just worked an 8-day shift, so I'm doing nothing today.
You worked for 8 days straight?
Yes.
You didn't take one break?
No, they kept calling me in because people kept going homesick.
And you do what?
I'm a manager at Lowe's Home Improvement.
And have you improved any homes?
I hope so. I've been there for a long time. I hope I helped one person improve their home.
Now, every time I go, are you on the floor at all? You really just so if I have a question, there's a chance you may be wandering and you might be able to answer it.
Yes.
Because when I go to these places, oftentimes the people don't know anything.
I mean, I can't really tell you how to use the products, but I can tell you where they're located in the store.
Right. I understand. Otherwise, it would be like doesn't Lowe's have like dedicated tutorials sometimes?
We do, yes. Once a month, we'll have like a how-to clinic. You can come in and they'll show you how to like tile your bathroom or install a toilet.
And have you attended any of these?
Because I've been working and I've been there, yes, not by choice.
Right. But has it helped you in an antecedent kind of way?
Yes.
Good. Good. I have a request, if you would hold for just 1 minute, Ty.
Yes.
I have a request from Adam Morrison, who said, I maliciously request you cut a promo as Paul Lind on my Aunt Carol, who hasn't spoken to me since I invited her to my gay wedding 7 years ago. Okay. Are you ready? Do you have any advice, Ty, for this?
No, you're the professional.
All right. Are you familiar with Paul Lind?
No.
Well, you're going to love this impression. It's going to be the best Paul Lind impression you've ever heard. Okay. Well, you know something, Aunt Carol. Maybe we didn't want you at the wedding because you wear crinkly, sparkly, bright blazers with big shoulder pads in them. What are you, a linebacker? And it was just fine without you. Adam had a great time, and he had someone sing from Annie, Get Your Gun. I bet you don't even know what that is, Carol. And the food was good without you. Sure, it was a salad bar with one trip only, but you weren't there to even make that trip. So I had all your croutons in your honor, and they were crunchy and stale, just like the latter half of your life. Was that too mean, Ty?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, she's a homophobic,
Exactly.
Yeah, so you can call her stale and crusty. Well, Adam, I hope that provided some catharsis for you. Thank you for using my forum to stick it to Aunt Carol. So, yeah. So anyway, do you have to wear an apron at Lowe's?
It's a vest. Yes, I do.
So explain to me the vest.
It is red that's trimmed in dark blue.
I
can't tell you why, because our color is dark blue.
Uh-huh.
But for some reason our vests are red. It's a polyester blend that is very tight in the summer when you're trying to move around. It's warm, but we have to wear them.
And do you have a garden area?
Yes.
Do you sell any
inside and outside garden, depending on what you need?
Venus flytraps?
Yes.
Really? Have you ever fucked around with them?
In like when it's like fall, when like flies become bad, we'll set them in like our break room and our training room and stuff, and just like watch them do their thing.
Does that freak you out?
Not anymore. At first it did, yes, but like after a while of doing it, it's just fun to watch the stupid flies like not realize they're about to be eaten.
Queen has a question. Said, "Is there a minimum on flare with the Lowe's vest?"
No. They actually prefer you to like make it look as pretty and sparkly as possible.
Now, is there a seniority system like at Cracker Barrel? Have you seen the waitresses? They have stars on their aprons.
Yes.
Do you have anything similar to that ranking?
Not officially, but if you are doing a good job and someone recommends you, you'll get it's a star, but it's like a patch you can like iron onto your vest.
Mm-hmm.
And the more patches you get, the more they feel as though your customer service is better. So people will seek you out because you have more stars on your vest.
So this is almost like the Lowe's Scouts.
Basically, yes.
Right?
And then after you get 5, it turns from dark blue to silver.
Oh.
And after you get 5 silver, it turns to gold.
And if you get fired, is there does a guy come by and rip it off you?
No, that would be amazing. If you get fired, they will make you hand them like your vest then, and they will cut it in half.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because you can't take it off the building, so they cut it in front of you.
Queen wants to know, how many stars do you have?
I've worked there for almost 8 years. I have probably 8 blue stars because I've switched between 3 different stores.
So that sucks. You're thinking like the new girl in high school.
Yeah. And
you have to get up. They say this about prison. Do you walk up to the toughest looking Lowe's employee in a new store and just punch them in the face?
No, I act as though I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
So they have a question, and then I come and I solve their problem in 5 seconds, and I walk away with their on the floor.
So you like set the bar low like some sort of mystery woman in an old Wild West town.
Yes.
And then you come in and you're like, "Howdy, ma'am. Let me help you with that." And a couple clicks later, and they're like, "Who was that woman?"
Exactly.
That's amazing. Mia wants you to describe your vest. I mean, you did at a base sense, but did you do anything to make it personal?
So my vest, being there for so long, you get your name tag, and depending on what department you work in, it's underneath your name. So mine says Ty, and then like I started as a part-time cashier, and then like I've moved up. So as you move up, the description changes. So I have like probably 8 different name tags, like different colors, different events we've had. And then people have taken my name tag and written like Tie 5 on it. So I have a Tie 5 name tag. It's like printed. But then I have random pins. I have like a crazy cat lady pin. I have a rainbow flag pin. I have like a Cookie Monster pin. And it's like, so. Is
this not a hazard at all?
They're tiny.
Right.
I mean, I am not the one lifting giant like 2x4s and plywood, so they're not getting caught on anything. No.
Right. Now, what I think is great is if you do go to another Lowe's, whatever position, you already have a name tag for it. So I feel like that would make you an easy hire.
Yes. When I moved down, they were like, so because of being a manager, I have to have an override card to give anyone an override if they need to change a price or whatever. So the new people that came didn't have the card yet. They were like back ordered. They couldn't get them. I walked in with one, and he just like hit one button and activated it. And like walked. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go do my job now. And they're like, you didn't do any of the training. And I'm like, I already know it all. I'm like, okay, bye.
You're kind of like the Lowe's whisperer.
Basically.
You know. Oh, here's a work advice question. Good luck fielding this. SM said, "I'm the new girl at work, and I kind of have a stalker coworker. What should SM do?"
Definitely tell the person above you.
Right.
Go through the channels of your management.
Yes.
That's not something that needs to be tolerated at all.
Mm-hmm. No tolerance. Do you hear that, SM? Does that mean 0 tolerance?
Correct.
Right. I understand. Aaron said, I'm walking into my office tomorrow morning and demanding a vest. See what you're doing? See how you're influencing people?
Do it. And then, because some people like don't have anything in their vest. I have pens, I have highlighters, I have scissors, lotion, hand sanitizer, an extra mask. It's everything I would need to survive.
Yeah.
On my person at all times.
So you could go like emergency camping.
Correct.
Right. Nail said, I want an RJ City pin and a Queen pin, but I have no work shirt. I just want them. Any advice on what Nails can do with her pins without a vest?
Do you have a jacket? Do you have a sweatshirt? Do you have something that you wear to and from work every day?
Or, may I say, a cork board?
Yes.
And sometimes people like to decorate a throw pillow.
Yes, that also works. Do you have a bag? Do you take a work bag with you really to show them off to the public?
Yes.
You can put them on that work bag.
Yeah, you really know a lot about the pins here.
I try.
Queen said, Jade said, do you have a new mug for a new cup? Oh, yes. Sorry. This is the Church of Joshi mug that Queen so delightfully donated to my cause of whatever this is. RJH Dale said, which is just like such an obnoxious extension of my name. My work vests are Argyle sweater vests. What do you think this man does for a profession?
Argyle sweater vest. I would say he's either a golf instructor, like he's the one that like tells people where to go to get their golf lessons.
Yes.
Or maybe he's in insurance.
See, if I was insurance, it's a good one. I was definitely thinking golf and dressing in such a way where if you have that and like that baggy paperboy cap, you can speak in an Irish accent and no one will question it.
Yes, correct.
Oh, welcome. You're looking for the back nine. And it's just like, yeah, like that's what you should sound like working here, just like that. Nails wants to know, do you have a wine corkscrew thing, though?
I do not. Because we had, like, safety knot. We have, like, box cutters that worked great for years. And apparently the company thought that they were dangerous. And they gave us new, like, safety knives. But, like, it's not actually a knife. It's like this plastic hook. It looks like a letter opener. So you can, like, hook the boxes and cut it. But there's no way of, like, cutting yourself.
Right.
So, like, no, I'm not allowed to carry anything that's actually functional.
Do you drink?
I do.
A big drinker? Wine gal? Do you have one at home?
I'm not a big dry wine drinker. I would say
You like the wine to be wet?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm more of a beer drinker.
Michelle said, I'm a school bus driver and I have to wear the sexy bright yellow reflective safety vests. I'm jealous of your bland blue vest. See, there's always a worst vest out there.
But see, our vests are, I wouldn't want a reflective one, but our vests are red, and it's a horrible color. When everyone gets together, you're talking, they call us blood clots.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
I know.
And then Dale in Lumber had that heart attack, and it was a very tasteless remark to make. What was I just going to say to you? What were we talking about? Vests. Oh, I don't know if you know this. I was a school bus kid. My mother, when she first came to this country, wanted work, and her friend, she made a friend at preschool, not at her preschool, at my preschool, and they became school bus drivers. Because it was a good job to have if you have a young kid. You know what I mean? The hours are, whatever. And I used to ride on the school bus. And I was surprised to know, a pain in the ass toddler. I was very difficult. And there was a girl who would always sit at the front of the bus. I guess maybe it was like my mother's driving like for a high school or something. And the girl's name was me. And she was always very nice to me, but I was a disagreeable child. So I would always scream to my mother, I don't want to sit next to me. And my grandmother always found that very funny because I sound like I had, psychological damage.
I wonder what she's doing now.
I'd love to find me. I'm looking for myself in everywhere I can. Mia said, I used to work at Walmart and I styled my vest, so I love it. Do you have any like vest wars with any other well-vested places?
No.
No.
There is. I mean, I see that someone asked if I dislike Home Depot. There is a rivalry with Home Depot just because we're both like home improvement stores.
Yeah.
Lowe's was founded before Home Depot.
Whoa.
Home Depot is more known because they have franchised more buildings.
Wow. And who, like, is the guy's name like Paul Lowe's?
It was two brothers. They started in North Carolina. They wanted like a hardware store that wasn't this giant chain. They wanted to be more like intimate with their like neighborhood.
Well, they really let this get out of hand then.
Yeah, well then it eventually like got a lot bigger.
Wow. Donnie and Danny Lowe's.
Yeah.
Rachel says, I only have denim vest with pins and patches, but I wear whatever I want to work. I guess she works at a punk concert hall.
I'm jealous of being able to wear what you want.
JD says, the cable is coming loose, it sounds like. And I have no idea what that's talking about. Nails said, which is why my mother threw me down the stairs. That was actually, I must say, Nails, that was years and years later for an entirely separate reason. Oh, Mia with a hot seat question. Do you dislike Home Depot?
The only reason why I would dislike Home Depot is customers feel as though when they're not getting their way, if they say, I'll just go to Home Depot, that means something to me.
Right.
Like, you're allowed to shop wherever you feel.
Your name isn't Ty Lowe's.
Exactly.
My mother used to do that. It's like, I'll take my business elsewhere. I'm like, this is the cashier. She does not give a shit.
Yeah, I'm like, that's fine. You don't have to come back here if you don't like. And it's usually they're arguing over like 10 cents.
Right.
Boy, Home Depot is cheaper. I'm like,
do you have that policy? Some places do, where it's like, if you show us where it's cheaper, we'll give you that price.
We had a policy where if you showed us the product was cheaper somewhere else, we would give you that price and then beat it by 10%.
Oh.
But they've since taken that 10% away. So we will
match it.
We will match any price you can find except for local stores.
Ah, yeah.
So if there's a store like 10 minutes away and they have it cheaper, we won't match our own price.
Right.
It makes no sense to me.
It's so funny because that means like a flyer is good anywhere, you know?
Yes.
Like the Home Depot flyer is also the Lowe's flyer in that sense.
Correct.
Nail said, I like to...
Yelling.
What?
People will come in yelling, well, Home Depot has it for $3. And you're like, yes, but that 35-pound of like play sand is not equivalent to our 100-pound bag of play sand.
Right. Nail said, I like to think Home Depot and Lowe's meet up in car lots for plastic knife fights. Do you have any animosity to the Lowe's to the Home Depot employees?
Not to the employees, no. There are rumors that managers will come through to check out our store to then go back, try to like fix their stores. So I don't like those people because you don't need to be spying.
Sean says, when I was working at the convenience store, I bought a Thunder Rosa mask for the pandemic and was told it was too flashy and didn't meet dress code. And then he also wasn't allowed to tell customers to wear a mask. Well, I think, the fact that you don't work for them anymore is probably a good thing,
We are allowed to wear any mask we want that doesn't have offensive words on it.
Right. Do you have a list? Do they give you a list of offensive words or no?
No, it's just whoever's on duty that day, the manager can be like, I don't like your mask, change it.
Oh, wow. Oh, Rachel told me what she does. She does social media for body jewelry, which is so interesting.
Oh, okay.
All right. It's not punk concert hall, but still. Rowdy Katie says Lowe's feels like a higher tier store than Home Depot.
I think Lowe's is a lot cleaner.
Right. I haven't really looked at the floors and, I try not to go to the bathroom, period. I always notice outside of Home Depot here, they sell hot dogs.
We have a hot dog vendor outside of our store.
What is this? They just think like these men coming in for wood also want hot dogs?
I don't know, because this is the third Lowe's I've worked at, and the other two did not have anyone outside.
Right.
This is the only one that there's a woman. She's independent from anyone else. She just asked the property manager guy who, like, in the town was like, do you mind if I set up a hot dog stand? He said, fine. Lowe's does not govern her at all.
Right.
And she just stands outside and makes hot dogs in the blistering heat.
And yet people seem to buy them, right? She's active.
Nonstop. people buy hot dogs. They line up.
Wow. Lucia Freddie Mercurio is here, and he said, "Morning, darling. Hope you're well. Are you familiar with Freddie Mercurio at all?"
I am not.
He is a luchador wrestler who looks exactly like, take a guess.
Freddie Mercury?
Yeah, yes. I was going to say Annie Lennox, but Freddie Mercury, and he's delightful and wonderful, very sweet. Sink said, customers often have the misconception that anybody who works there with zero stake in the business cares about their customers. That's true. And that is I think, the strategy of any big company, whether it's retail or not. There's so many people that you can't directly complain to the person in charge of the thing that bothered you.
Exactly.
There's many men behind the curtain. So it's the Wizard of Oz times 1,000. Who do I talk to? And they're like, don't talk to me. I'm not in control of it. And I love when it's like, you'll go, listen, I know this isn't your fault. And it's like, well, then why are you saying it to this person? Just leave.
So get mad and be like, I understand it's not your doing, but I'm upset. I'm like, I can't do anything.
SM said, do you have 100-pound bags of play sand?
Yes.
I mean, I guess it's just sand. It doesn't denote what you have to do with it.
Yeah, you can use play sand. Just means that it has a chemical that will repel weeds and bugs.
Right.
It's just sand.
Right. It's just, hey, do you remember Squand?
I do remember that. We do not sell it, no.
Oh, what about
It wasn't on our website.
What about Floam?
No.
Ah, shit. But sometimes these stores like branch out and they'll have like this little kid section or something. You know what I mean?
We have kids' toys during like Thanksgiving, like Black Friday and Christmas and stuff, but nothing cool.
Have you
like skateboards or?
Are you doing the like Halloween like lawn inflatable shit?
Yeah, they've been up for about 3 weeks now.
It's getting a little out of control, no?
Yes, because people buy them, but it's not like you buy one and it's tasteful. People buy like 6 at a time. Like,
right.
Where are you putting them?
Right.
They're 6 feet or higher. Like, where are you putting all of these inflatables?
I think they have acreage, you know? Nail said, I vote we get Ty to try different masks with different words to see what she can get away with. Do boobs on Monday.
I'm down.
Because it also means like idiot, you know? You boobs, which is a great insult that needs to come back. You blithering idiot. Ooh, Lucia Freddy said Home Depot in the UK is called B&Q. What do you think that sounds for? What do you think that stands for? Bulk, and Quaaludes. So unusual. Kingdom said he loves the street meat. People love this. It's like if I want a hot dog, I either go to a hardware store or a baseball game.
Yes.
SM said they sell them outside of Walmart. Aaron said our Canadian Tire. We have Canadian Tire here too. You haven't competed with that. And we used to have our own like in-store currency. Before like points, you know how you have like let's say like a Lowe's card and you got points on it?
Yes.
They used to have it look like Monopoly money, and it had this Scottish guy with a big mustache on it, and it was called and it was like Monopoly money. And they did away with it, sadly. So sad about that. It's really
fun to play with.
Oh, Michelle has a Menards, and they have a hot dog vendor too. So we always joke that you can get a weenie and Menards at Menards.
That's funny.
Are you familiar with Value? VALU?
Yes.
Have you seen, and maybe it's just me being in Canada, getting to see the local upstate New York cable, but there's this guy who does their commercials and he dances. Have you seen this?
Yes. Yes.
Also, you are, can I say what area you're in?
Yes.
Okay, the greater Orlando area?
Correct.
Have you seen this guy? Oh, what's the name of him? It's big box appliances and he has a yellow shirt. Shit. I was binge watching his commercials and it's like out of the box prices and he's so bad at it.
Yes. I don't know. I know you're talking about. I don't know his name. Yes.
Oh, I gotta find him. There's like 15 years worth of commercials on YouTube. He's really, really fantastic. SM said, isn't there a type of bird called a boob? Yes, there is. And there's also a dicky bird.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and of course, the very rare vagina swan.
Is that real?
Yeah, very, very rare. You gotta get your binoculars out and wait in the bush. Sydney said, Sink said, in Australia, they don't have hot dogs outside the hardware store. They have a cheap sausage on a slice of white bread, which is basically what a hot dog is. No?
Yes.
Ooh, Sean said, the guy that owns Home Depot is named Arthur Blank. And I chose to believe his last name was a swear, and he had to change it. Arthur Penis. Just, you know what? Just don't put anything. Just put blank. All right? Very well. Your new name is Arthur Blank. This is how things work. If you have that voice, it means like you're like an all-powerful person. I declare this day Arthur Blank Day. Like, that voice is someone who can do whatever he wants in the government. Adam said, cheap sausage on a slice of white bread. That's what they called me in middle school. Adam is, of course, the guy who asked me to besmirch the name of his great Aunt Carol. Who, I'll say it. Let's add Aunt Carol to the list. Fuck Aunt Carol. I'll say it. Her, Stanley Tucci, Mark Ruffalo. Go to hell. SM lastly wants to know, but does Lowe's carry those 12-foot skeletons?
We do. Yes. We have one in store to show that we have it, but everything else you get online. We do have a 12-foot skeleton. Yes. It's a real. You guys turned into a haunted house. I would love that if they allowed us one day to just turn the entire store into like a haunted maze. You're a haunted house with hot dogs outside. What have you become? People used to respect you. I used to go there to build a deck. Now it's an amusement park. All right. Okay. Is there anything you want to plug? No. No. You do a fine job being the mod on Justin and Duke's OK Gamer channel. Yes, I mod for all of the BRE. And I go modless. Listen, I volunteered my services just to be in the background if you ever need someone. I know. And you won't let me do it. I will say, I like taking the risk. I run into, I would say, relatively few issues considering how often I've done this. Wouldn't you say? I agree, yes. But the only reason why I wanted to be your mod was to allow the kept messages so people can actually see what everyone's saying. Right. You would be more like a community organizer. Yes. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll consider it. But in the meantime, I'm barebacking it, which I believe is what the term is. Yes, that's fine. I agree. You do you. Yes. All right. Thank you, Ty. I appreciate it. I will talk to you soon. Yes. Goodbye, RJ. Goodbye. Removed from speaker. She is removed. And that is the program. We learned so much today about Mr. Rogers, about Annie Get Your Gun, about mahogany underwear, duck penises I mentioned again, the vagina swan I mentioned again, and the world of hardware, haunted mansions, and hot dogs. Thank you, Queen, for my mug. Let's get a final look at these. Oh, they are so hip. Nice mahogany. Until next time, Godspeed and God bless.